is the frequency. Very good. This is K4PEW, net control for the Mt. Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Nothing heard. If there is any emergency traffic, call 911, and you can talk to us, talk you down, or work your way through a problem. Net may be broken at any time for emergency traffic. You can see us right here on you can see us on the web, on YouTube. Just put my call K4PEW into the search block, and it'll bring up my channel, and we'll also bring up that channel. Will bring up what's called a premiere, and you'll be able to see my radio. That's all you'll see. No big deal. You'll be able to see the radio, and you also will be able to hear everybody who's on the air that I talk to. If you can't hear them through your radio, if you're on a scanner, then all you're going to do is listen to me talk and whoever you can hear on your scanner. The net normally meets. I mean, we'll skip over a part there. We also have another website, 146.415.net. 146.415.net, just like the frequency, but without the decimal. At least the decimal between the 6 and the 4. You can also, there's some simplex frequency. There's simplex information there. You can also go to our groups.io site. It's groups.io, and that has all the net schedule, and you can sign up if you want to for our email list for trading information, etc. You can also email me directly at k4pew@arrl.net. We hold the net here every Wednesday and Saturday night. 8 p.m. We've been doing that for almost 7.5 years, almost. And I expect we're going to do it some more. Well, we're doing it tonight anyway. Anyway, we conduct the net on 146.415 at FM Simplex. We invite everyone to make announcements, and I don't have any big announcements. There is today is Saturday, yes. And next Saturday, there is a breakfast. And as it stands right now, it will be at the Flatiron Diner. And that's in the Hermitage, and you'll get the announcement. If you have any questions, you can see it it'll be on the announcements in the email system, or you can email me and ask me, k4pew@arrl.net. Does anybody have any other? Well, we had two, the digital nets, by the way, as far as announcements go. They seem to be cooking right along. We're getting somewhere between 5 and 6 check-ins in each of the DMR, D-Star, and AC Fusion nets. They start at 7 on Saturday nights. 7 o'clock's the DMR, 7:15 is D-Star, and 7:30 is AC Fusion, in case you weren't aware of it. And they're all done on the same frequency, but not at the same time, obviously, on 146.460. Does anybody have any other announcements?
KM4YRF, you know what I want.
Well, that's what my first two wives said. Anyway, Michael is reminding me again that there is a 10-meter net, and it's tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., 28.415, 28.415. That's upper sideband, of course, which reminds me, I got to go out and change the antenna here in a little bit. If we finish this net, I got to run out. And the 2-meter upper sideband. That's right. Forgot to. Anyway, 7:30, be there for the 10-meter mid-10 simplex net on 28.415. And again, that's Sunday night at 7:30. I think I said that about 4 times. Does anybody have any other announcements tonight? Yeah, tonight we're doing this net, 2-meter upper sideband on 144.240, and the 6-meter net on 50.135 upper sideband. Any other announcements?
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Yeah, it's KO4HSD, Paul. I don't think your YouTube feed is running.
Is anybody? Well, it looks like there's people watching. Is there somebody watching it?
I am. It's running. All right, it must be me here. Sorry about that.
That's all right. It happens from time to time. Happens to me all the time. Anyway, is anybody else having any problems? I'm just wondering if it's a YouTube problem.
KO4MKD, I don't get it either.
You're going to obviously you're going to the K4PEW thing.
Yep.
and it's not coming in for you through YouTube when you click on the that icon, the picture, I guess it was. I'm not sure what shows up when you go on there. I think it shows up. Should have showed a picture of I forget what I had up there.
Yeah, I see the one from a couple of nights ago, but I don't see the one for tonight. Refresh the browser.
Yeah, I think it'll bring it up. I mean, it should bring it up. I think Michael's right. Refreshing the browser is the way to go.
It's running just fine.
Thanks for the confirmation here, Roy.
Yeah, some of us are technically challenged, KO4 and KD.
You know, the old rule, I've known it for 15 years or so, or maybe 20, is if it's not working right, you just reboot it, you know, unless it won't start. That's a different problem. All right, very good. Any other problems, technical or otherwise? Keep them to yourself. No, don't. If you have any problems, let me know. Let's see. We do have 8 people watching according to this, so somebody's watching it, and it's got 3. I think that's a thumbs up. It's hard to tell what's a boxing glove. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like a thumbs up. And yeah, hit thumbs up if you think it's all right. It helps people get driven to the idea. But at least I'm not interested, not so critical that they see our site. It's just it helps people get aware that there's a Simplex Net because they'll get pointed to it more because you know what do you call it? YouTube tends to promote things that get thumbs up more than others. Anyway, does anybody have other announcements or changes to announcements? Okay, this is net number 768, and we're starting from the north. And we're taking we're taking people short on time first, so please come now. People short on time.
KM4, TJ, 4OK.
All right, I got 2 in there. KM4 TJF. You doing all right, Rick?
I'm doing good, Paul. How are you, man?
Oh, if I was any better, I'd have to be, I don't know, 1.5 people.
I hear you, man. Sorry I'm always short on time anymore, but one of these days I'll be hanging in here.
Oh, all right. Now you're doing fine. Just glad you could check in. That's Rick in Ashland City. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. I heard KO4 OK. How you doing, Roy?
I'm doing fine, Paul. Just not feeling very chipper, and I doubt I can last.
Well, just stay out of the wood chipper. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I wish I was well enough to use it.
Well, I hope everything's going all right. You up to speed yet on your software, hardware interfaces on your moonbound/satellite views?
No, I had a little setback. Number 1, cold. Number 2, the rain. And yeah, I got pretty sick here the last few days. So just a little setback, but we'll get there.
All right, well, very good. Hope it works out good. Keep us posted. That was Roy. He's in Madison. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. Who else is the short on time?
Paul.
You.
WZ4D, Ken Smyrna. 4 is KN4.
Oh, on Rick. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I did write down KM. Sorry about that. That was Rick is Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. All right. If you're short on time, you wouldn't have time to tell me about that. Rick. Sorry. Anyway, Ken, how you doing?
Doing good. Catching up on a bunch of paperwork I missed during COVID, and got to get out of here and finish it.
Yeah, that's that old story, man. It isn't. The work isn't over until the paperwork is done.
Absolutely, and I hope to be done with it tonight.
Well, it's tax time.
Don't remind me.
Very good. Everything going well?
Yes, sir. We're doing well.
Fantastic. All right. Well, keep up the good work. Nothing else for the net?
No, sir. Except thank you for doing it, and 73 to everybody that's going to check on and has checked on. I'll get out of here and let you go back. Go at it. K4PEW, WV4D clear.
All right, very good. That was Ken, and it's in Smyrna. He's in Smyrna. Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. Who else is short on time? And any first-time check-ins? Maybe we should do that last, because sometimes they catch us on the air when they're scanning, mobile or whatever. All right, we will start from the north. Please come now.
This is Alpha 4 Kilo, Jamie at that page.
Hey, Jamie, you sound good. You sounded good on Forget which one it was. D-Star. No, on East Fusion, I think. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I was talking to you from the parking garage at Summer Regional Medical Center. My little HT. It's the only thing I have that does the fusion. So, and I could hear you great as well. I actually tried to call you to try to do an early check-in. I wasn't sure if I would. I was mobile right after that, so I didn't know if I'd be able to check in. But I just got home and put my radio over to the base antenna. Just saying hello.
Yeah, very good. If you want to really get a signal, go up to the it's not the summer, it's the TriStar Summit over there on that huge peak they're sitting up overlooking Nashville. Or I think it's called Summit. I forget what it's called. It's way up there. You been up there?
Skyline, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, that's it. Skyline. I've been up there a few times.
Yeah, we did our clinicals up there in nursing school. That's the last time I was there, thankfully. I mean, just from not needing to be in the hospital. But yeah, it's up there pretty high. But I don't have employee access up there, so that's okay. Still a good place to operate from in Gallatin. Just I park on the 5th level, and the 6th level is the roof, so I can just walk up one level and be able to hit a lot better range from the top of that garage.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, Gallatin's got a reasonable elevation anyway, and that garage sure helps.
Yeah, and really just the height above average terrain is really what's helpful there. There's just I can actually see the downtown. I can see the Batman building from the hospital where I work. So you have to have a binoculars or something, but you can see it on the horizon. So there's pretty good line of sight.
Oh, I guess so. Well, you're bumping between S5 and S6 to me here in Mount Juliet.
Awesome. Yeah, that's about where you are here in Bethpage. I'm on my little mobile radio, so it's it got 65 watts, so it's a decent little radio.
Oh yeah, no, it's doing great. Anyway, very good. Anything else for the net tonight, Jimmy?
No, I'm heading to Orlando next week for the big ham fest down there. That'll be my first time down there, of course, and just looking forward to it.
Is it still at the fairgrounds?
Yes, at the fairgrounds.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I've been there. Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe the last time might have been 2008 or 9, but it is a nice one, and it's got a lot. Man, it's overpowering if it's got a lot of stuff going on. Let me put it this way.
Yeah, I'll be taking my camper down there and camping on the fairgrounds. And really, probably looking forward to just hanging out with other radio people in the fairgrounds and doing stuff like that when I'm not in the actual forums and whatnot.
Oh, that'll be great. Anyway, that was Jamie. He's in Bethpage, but he's working from the parking garage at the Sumner Regional Medical Center. That's Alpha 4 Kilo. Who else is north? Nobody else north? West, please come down.
KO4OTV. Yeah, 4WBZ.
Hold on one second. KI4WBZ. That was Chris. They had Joel over there in Jolton. How are you doing, Joel?
Man, I'm doing excellent. How you doing, Paul?
Doing well. You got a big signal.
Good deal. Yeah, I haven't been on in a few weeks, man. They've been working me to the bone up there at Gibson, so I figured I'd check in tonight. This is the latest I've stayed up in a while, too. I'm usually in bed by 7 o'clock. I got to get up at 3 a.m. these days.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's no good. But otherwise, things going well?
Oh, yeah, man. Been great. I can't complain too much. I've just been doing my thing with these radios. I've been playing with this HF here. I about grabbed the wrong microphone a second ago. I was talking on 80 meters, but yeah, man, everything's been good. Like I say, there hasn't been a whole lot going on besides work. So, yeah, and other than that, we've just been kind of doing our thing today because it's, I've had many Saturdays off as I started, which is fine. I'm usually done by 1:30 on most days, so it's an early day, but everything else is a little bit earlier now.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if anybody can't hear you because you get a 40, almost 50 over signal to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, it's almost like you got the microphone in your mouth.
Well, I'm about, I don't know, 3-4 inches away, maybe 5.
No, I get it. It's just a big signal. That's all.
Come in. Well, the propagation must be done well then.
I think so. What, Michael?
He has no signal
And you're at home, are you tonight, Joel?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Man, it's unbelievable. You're sitting. I can't believe, Michael, that you're not getting any signal strength.
It's just barely showing up on the meter, but it's not even halfway to one. But audio, man, is good.
Well, at first I thought you were joking because this signal is monstrous.
Good for me.
Must be just a terrible path coming into into Belshire there, northeast Nashville. Must be terrible because that's from kind of like you know where Joel is, Michael?
I think it's in Ashland City, right?
Well, kind of. You're on the backside of Ashland City, aren't you, Joel?
Yeah, I'm up here in the game reserve, which is about, I don't know, I mean, it takes me about 10 minutes to get to downtown and about 15 to get to Walmart, if you know where that is. But yeah, I'm not exactly, I got an Ashland City address, but I'm about 3.5, 4 miles from the Dixie County line.
That's right.
Roger that.
Yeah, very good. Well, I just was very intrigued. I was intrigued because Michael's got almost no signal strength on you at all in northeast Nashville. And he's got a nice antenna, not a great elevation, but he usually can cover just about the whole area very well. And just to have a low signal just seems odd from your location because you've got big elevation.
You know, I tell you who's got a big signal is that boy up in, he might be on here tonight, can hear me, I don't know, Bowling Green. I can't remember his name, but he checked into a net last night down in Short Mountain, all the way from Bowling Green, and that just blew me away.
Yeah, listen, I won't tell him you called him boy.
Well, you know what I mean. That man there, he's got a fantastic signal. I heard him last night. I could not believe he was making it all the way from Bowling Green to Short Mountain because I'm about 98 miles, 100 miles, somewhere like that from my location, and I can hit it fairly well on low power. But to be in Bowling Green, that's fantastic.
Well, he's got a decent elevation. He's a little north of Bowling Green, and he's got a good elevation, and he's got a 5-element beam pointed south. So that's the reason it's good. You know, it's not always good because sometimes the conditions are terrible between me and him.
Okay, was he running a beam or something?
Yeah, he's got a 5-element beam pointed south.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I'm sure he's mentioned it before, but I heard him last night very loud and clear off of the Short Mountain repeater. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Mr. Tired?
No, buddy. Everything's good here, man. It's all you, Paul. Back to net control. Y'all carry on.
Very good. That was Joel. He's up near Joelton, Ashland City area. Alpha 4. I'm sorry. Kilo Oscar 4. Oscar Tango Victor. Chris, how you doing? KI4WBZ.
Okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Just another net night.
Yeah. Just trying to stay warm and doing a few things here around the house. Realized it was Saturday night. I'd be home and remembered it was night for the net. So I'm checking in. Not much other to say for the net.
All right. You're on your handheld, aren't you?
Just a bad spot where my antenna is.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't remember if you said you're on a handheld because the signal's not too bad. It's just it's not as good as I would expect it to be.
It's sitting on the. So I mean, it's hiding behind the wrought iron rails and all that stuff. I can't mount it anywhere. Even when I put it up on the handrail, I get people snitching on me and try to get me in. They think it's mounted there and start sending me nasty gram letters. So I just let it sit on the ground out there on the balcony, there on the second floor. It works. It's not optimal, but like I said, I guess it's not to get rid of you. A lot of guys I can't hear, but once I get back to work and I get back to normal paychecks, then I can start looking for a house again and hopefully remedy that situation. I just can't do it while I'm on short-term disability because I need the full paychecks for financing for a home. cellar.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you also need the money for food. All right, well, very good, Chris. I'm glad you're. I hope that happens soon, so you can get back to square one. That was Chris, Kilo India 4, Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and he is in Hermitage. Yeah, no, your signal's good to me. No big deal. And again, once you get back to a permanent location, I'm sure it'll be better. Anybody else north or west?
KM4 YRF, Kilo Delta. WY4G.
All right, hold on one second. I had 3 people in there. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and I think it was Mike Kilo Delta. I'm not positive. We'll get to that in a minute, though. But I heard Michael in there. How you doing, Michael?
Paul, I'm tired. I had to go to Rick's this morning early, and he worked me like a dog.
Well, if they're like my dogs, you slept all day.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like that.
Well, good. Did you get anything done then?
Yeah, he has a fireplace, electric fireplace, and he had a mantle that he got from Belmont, and it's old and everything, and we set that thing up and then put the electric fireplace in it. Looks really, really neat. I'll have to send you a short video of it.
Yeah, I was going to wonder if you were going to tell me you had an electric fireplace. I was having trouble getting the kindling started.
I wish I'd thought of that.
Well, very good. Well, I hope you get less tired, get to bed. I mean, it's only 8:30, but well, we got a couple more nets to do here. So everything else well?
Everything else is doing good.
Yeah, very good. That was Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Don't forget his 10-meter net on 28.41. Yeah, 28.415 tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. That was Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
WY4G giving Paul the net. Start off with, I could not hear Joel at all. No audio, nothing. So wasn't making it to my QTH.
That is so funny to me that if you're not, it's not like you're in an awful location where you are in Madison. It's just funny because this signal to me in Mount Juliet is huge, but I guess it's the elevation problem.
Apparently so. If I could talk to you from inside my house on the HD and you can hear me, and so it's got to be some sort of signal path because I cannot even hear Mike's brother Rick. Sometimes he may come through real fluttery or a lot of static, but that's on a good day.
Yeah, I got you. I'll have to do a path to see what's between you guys up in Madison and northern, northeast Nashville, Belshire, Madison, and Rivergate area to where he is in the Joelton, Ashland area. That's kind of interesting. Or because Rick is also, he's near Ashland City there as well. So that must be a problem, just on elevation issues. Anyway, everything else going well for you?
Yeah, so far so good. Just taking care of business, staying warm, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was a little brisk today, that's for sure. That was Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. He's in Madison. It is interesting how the differences in elevation can be so dramatically different between. I mean, his signal from Joelton is huge. Anyway, was that Mike Kilo Delta? Is that who that is?
It's Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta.
Yeah, that was it. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well, Paul. How's everything going to your end of the world?
Very good. Were you the one that was talking about? I forget what it was. Was it? I don't know. Which antenna are you using? I guess that was my question.
But tonight I'm out in the shack. I'm on that. The GP9.
Okay. No, somebody out there has that Ed Fong antenna came up again. I don't remember who it was. Maybe we already talked about that. It wasn't you though, obviously.
Negative. I had a homebrew J-pole up before, and I've got a homebrew dipole up in my attic. But tonight I'm out in the shack.
Yeah, no, it sounds real good.
So tomorrow I'm going to make another probably wasted effort at activating that park up at Cedar Hill Swamp. So if anybody gets a chance to drive up that neck of the woods, I could probably hit about a 15-mile radius around there with the rig I've got set up.
How high up do you put up your antenna there in the swamp?
I've got it mounted in the pickup truck bed. I started off with a 10-foot mast,
had, and which antenna are you putting up?
I'm going to put up that the J pole up that I used here in the shack before.
Oh yeah, I know that when I have done that, and I haven't done a lot of it, but I would take the string and a a large bolt or a shackle and swing it up over a tree if you have one there, and pull up a J pole, which I've done. I don't have a J pole that I strung up. It was actually a vertical dipole is also ultimately what it was. And it worked great. But I was able to get it up over 20 feet doing that. But it's a pain in the neck throwing wires up over tree limbs.
Yeah, and there are trees there, and if I try to do it on HF, I'm sure I'll go back there again. But if I ever try to do an HF activation, I'm sure I'll use the trees. But this is the challenge trying to do it on FM Simplex, and like I say, it's going to be. I'll be very lucky if I get it.
Well, there's going to be some stations. I just want everybody to make aware. You were on 140. Hit me again with that frequency you had. I was going to look it up, but you can tell me. It's 146, 560, was it?
146, 540 is what I hope to start off on if that frequency's not clogged up.
Okay, 146, 540. And Doug's going to be up in the swamp there north, which is pretty much northwest of Nashville, isn't it? Do I have that right?
That's correct. It's Robertson County, but it's real close to Kentucky state line. It's Cedar Hill, Tennessee.
Yeah, Cedar Hill, Tennessee. So if you got a beam pointed towards Cedar Hill, he's going to be on 146, 540. Is that what you said?
That's correct.
Yeah, good. I couldn't read my writing. Anyway, Doug's going to be up there with Parks on the Air. So he's going to need all the check-ins that he can listen to. Hopefully, you'll be able to reach him up there. I hope I can reach you there, too. I'll make a point there. What time are you going to be there?
I plan to be set up and calling CQ by 2 o'clock.
Okay, after 2 o'clock, 1400 hours Central Time. That's great, Doug. You saw that some people were pretty excited about that.
Well, it's just a bit of a challenge to try to do it on FM Simplex, but as far as I'm concerned, Simplex rules.
Yeah, it does. It does work. It is fun. It's more of a challenge, though, obviously.
I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say?
Yeah, well, if it was easy, as I said one time, and almost got beat to death. If it was easy, women and children would be doing
it. That's very true.
Well, very good, Doug. Glad to have you in there. That's Doug Kilo Oscar for Mike Kilo Delta, and he is in Greenbrier. And again, he's going to be up in that Cedar Hill Swamp area, 2 p.m. And he's going to be on 146, 540. 146, 540. Working Simplex on FM for Parks on the Air. And that's at 2 o'clock Sunday, which is tomorrow. So try to reach him up there if you can. And it's going to be tough for some of you. I know it might even be tough for me. We'll see how it works out for Cedar Hill. Anybody else north or west?
5 PAW, David and Madison. Whiskey Alpha 4, Victor Golf Zulu.
All right. I think I had 3 people in there, and I heard 2 of them well. First one was November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. How you doing, Dan? Sounded good today on DMR.
I appreciate it. That was just a handheld antenna. I just got a different connection to my bigger antenna, and maybe I can hear a little bit. I wasn't hearing anybody else. It was just you.
Yeah, I'm sure though if on your outside antenna you'd be able to hear it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Although I am hearing I forgot his name up there, Jolton, that was in there a few minutes ago. I was actually hearing him.
Oh, cool. Well, he's an easy name to remember because he's in Jolton. His name is Joel.
Yeah, it does make it easy. Usually I'm not hearing that too much because I got some instructions here. But I'm actually hearing about a S4 to S5, a little staticky, but I was scared what he was saying.
Yeah, that's good. So everything else going okay?
Yeah, everything's going good. Long days in there, but going good.
Yeah, well, work is work. Unfortunately, you don't have to take it home, I hope.
Well, unfortunately, I do sometimes because I get to work from home. I didn't go in Friday, so I had to work from home. So the separation between work and home sometimes is
Yeah, no, I've done that. I had a home office for a couple of years working for one company. They didn't have an office where I lived, and I covered that territory. So I worked out of the house, and you had to learn to be able to walk by that room where the desk was and not go in there. After you got home, if you're out in the field and you came back, after 5 o'clock, that room was out of bounds. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes.
All right, very good. That was David. He's in Madison. November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. Good signal. I think I heard Jim in there. Whiskey Alpha 4 Victor Golf Zulu.
Yeah, Roger, Paul, and good evening, everyone on the net. For VGZ Dawson. First time on the DMR net tonight. Simplex. Surprised myself. I was able to program it in okay. Paul, thanks a lot for what you do on the net, and YouTube was working great here at the beginning of the net. So back to you there. W84VGZ, back to net.
Yeah, we'll be on YouTube until they kick me off for saying errant things about something. I don't know what it is. These organizations seem to be picky these days. I don't think they're going to kick us off, though. Anyway, that was Jim. Victor Whiskey Alpha 4 Victor Golf Zulu, and he's in Donaldson. And again, he had his first time check-in on the DMR net today, and which is a little bit of a challenge if you never. He did it manually in his HT, so I understand. I've never tried to do it manually, so I applaud him for making that attempt. Who was the other station that was in there just a second ago?
Echo Alpha Charlie, David in Bellevue.
Oh, hold on. I had three in there. David in Bellevue, and I also had that's HSD. And Alan, I got you in there first. How you doing, Alan?
Hey, doing quite well. Trying to get all the logging in that we was on 10 meters today. Ireland and the Great Britain, and finally Germany came in. So if you guys haven't had a chance to get on 10, I'm sure the conditions will get better and better over the years.
Oh, 10 meters was often. I heard all those, the seven land out there out west in Seattle and California. There was a lot of stations out there.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and then we had the 10-10, and people are collecting. They have to have 10-10 numbers, so that's always a good thing. But it was a blast. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll bet. No, I was monitoring much of it today, and it was amazing how busy the band was.
Oh yeah, even on this partially defunct IMAX 2000, I was able to be successful somewhat. By the way, just wanted to pass it on. If anybody has been licensed 25 years or more, we are bringing back the chapter of the QCWA. Hopefully, we can get that established and get it quantified. So, anybody's been licensed 25 years or more, we'll be glad to help them get their special QCWA call number.
Yeah, but you have that special consideration. No one can join that if they have 25 years in amateur radio and they're a silent key.
Well, that goes without saying. But yeah, now if you've been licensed for 25 years or more, then you meet the strict requirements to get on. But just a little FYI, because I'm hoping we can bring the chapter back.
Oh, really? How big was it when it was up?
Oh God, I guess we had a 2-digit chapter, and I'm thinking we were like chapter number 84 across the U.S. map, and then over into Hawaii and I guess Arkansas or Alaska. But I think they're up to 3 right now. I haven't kept up with it. I just got an email from a guy over in Knoxville that they're hoping to raise the dead.
Huh. Cool. So it was pretty active. I mean, did you guys meet for breakfast and stuff and have meetings?
Oh yeah. They used to meet over at the Red Cross over on Charlotte.
Cool. Yeah, and I bet you that had to be. Well, I'm guessing that had to be at least 15 years ago.
Oh, it goes back to just prior to me getting my ticket as a teenager in the 70s. Max Arnold was very active. I know Tom Knox from Channel 4, who was the head engineer. He's a silent key. So is Max, of course. I don't know. I think Bob Wiggins, AF4TZ. I think Jim Bidwell was also active when Jim owned and operated Arsons over in Madison. But again, I digress. That's back in the 70s.
Cool. Yeah, it's funny when you look back in any area's history for hams. It becomes like I don't know what you call it. It's like a community of people that you're looking back a lot at some of the old friends you had in the hobby. Huh?
Yeah, indeed. Well, there's always that common thread. That, of course, was the hobby, but then there was variable modes. You know, one time, and I won't keep you, but at one time over at Vanderbilt, in the campus over where the electrical engineering division is, I think it was Building J, they had the amateur radio and they had the amateur slow scan television, and they would do amateur broadcast or telecast. And that was always fun. But I never got a chance but one time to see it at another guy's house. But, you know, days gone by.
Yeah. Now you can barely find somebody over at Vanderbilt who's got a license.
So true.
Oh, it's true. I mean, Robin, you know, K4, I think it was calling a second. K4 IDC. You know, he was when he was working over there, and they had a repeater, and they had a little club, and it was hard to get more than 2 or 3 people together over there. You know, I don't even know if there's anybody left.
No, like I said, the mindset of the youth of today versus yesteryear. So it was all good, but yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, speaking of Robin, I heard him the other day. I think he was mobile, running around, I guess, in his BMW or Mercedes, whatever he drives. But I didn't get a chance to chime in and say hi to him. So anyway, well, Montesou, keep up the good work. Always a pleasure. But yeah, let's hope that we get some good activity in the next 24 to 36 months on 28415 hint hint.
Oh yeah, very good. That was Alan. He's in Donaldson, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie. I heard David in there, KO4 HSD.
Had a question and a quick story, if I could.
Yeah, as long as it's not a hard question.
All right. I heard you and Michael talking before the net tonight, and you were coming in at that time about a F9 on me, and was just wondering what changed because now you're coming in about 50 over on me.
Oh, I was on 5 watts before.
Okay, that explains that. And then real quick on the other comment about RF interference, back when I was radio and an outside antenna, I was having to move my mobile in and out of my house and to my car, and I also just had my mag mount on a sheet pan, and when I would key up, I could operate and start my machine.
So, that must have been a little freaky having the sewing machine fire up when you were transmitting.
Dude, I just, yeah, it really shocked me there. So, yeah, that's just one little story. You don't know where the RF go.
Well, in this case, what we were talking about, I'm glad you mentioned that, though, David. I use the over-the-air television here at the house, and my wife commented that the digital, when I was on digital, the DMR, that it affected the TV, which that's not surprising. But it occurred to me that, see, there's so many now with over-the-air television that if you have neighbors and you live in a relatively close to your neighbors in the neighborhood, you know, a tight. I think they're on cable because I don't see anybody with antenna. But if they have a regular over-the-air television antenna, digital could really mess them up because I know it messes mine up. You know, with my digital, my antenna for over-the-air versus my antenna 2-meter antenna for DMR. So just I guess a word to the wise that you could be operating digital in even on FM, but digital seemed to be. My wife said it was worse on digital than it is on FM because my FM signal also interferes with over the air. So that people's over the air signals, and I'm not sure what you could do about it, if anything, other than not transmitting. Anyway, that was David. Anything else?
Not anything else, Paul. Thank you for doing the net.
Okay, very good. That's David. He's in Bellevue for Hotel Sierra Delta. Who else was West?
Kilo Golf Force.
I think there was a double in there. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing great. A couple of things. Great sewing machine story. And the other thing, the station jolt, and I hit 10 over.
Isn't that interesting? You had 10 over, could barely have a signal strength, and I had them like 40 over.
I know, it's just weird how it works, or it doesn't work.
Are you doing anything different? You've got your signal sounds like it's raggedy. Are you on frequency?
Yeah, you sounded the same way, and nobody else on between us that's giving me troubles again.
It sounds like a movie. It's something between us.
Well, anyway, thanks for doing the net, Paul. Appreciate it, and I'll get out of the way. KG4ILD.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack Ian Donaldson. It's Kilo Gold, India Lima Victor. Who else is? Did anybody else hear that raggedy sound on Jack's signal or mine?
No, you both sounded great.
It's another movie name. You both sounded great.
It's something in Hermitage or somewhere, Paul.
Interesting. All right. Anybody else? That was then again. Jack, Kilo Go for India Lima Victor, Ian Donaldson. Who else is OS? Mark, hold on 1 second. In Murfreesboro. N4 DJT, how you doing, Don?
Hey, N4 DJT here, Paul. Yeah, just hanging out like a hair and a biscuit. Was working 10 meters today and sideband. I was also working AM up there and a little FM. Every time I did it all, and yeah, I had a fun time. It was really open this morning. He was booming in here till a little bit before noon, and then switched out to the West Coast. They were in here all afternoon booming signals. So yeah, it was fun. I mean, I have everybody stateside, but so.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. So yeah, there was I didn't check the other bands. I saw it on 10 meters though. It was pretty busy.
Yeah, 12 was pretty good too. Actually, they were all pretty good. I've done 12. I was on 17s the one too. Worked a little bit of 15. It's kind of where I'm hanging out now. I don't use my 40 to 80 meter antenna much anymore now that the bands are opening up. So yeah, I've been just tooling around up on the upper bands and enjoying. It's awesome. You got some HF privileges. You get on there and get some HF.
Yep, I'm with you. Yeah, it is a good opportunity because the bands seem to be opening up quite a bit. That was Don. Anything else with that, Don? You're doing good, I hear.
Yeah, I feel good. Just relaxing and yeah, doing well. Hope everybody else too. And yeah, I got nothing else, brother. We'll later.
All right, that's Don in Bon Aqua, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. I heard Mark in Murfreesboro. Give me your call again, Mark.
KN4HDT.
Oh yes, the hard drive. How you doing tonight, Mark?
Man, I'm fantastic. I've got a question for you. Will you give me the times of the works? I thought they started at 7:30, so I was a little late to the party tonight.
Yeah, we had it early before about a week or so ago, maybe. Might have been 2 weeks, but I think it was a week ago. We were starting them at 7:30, but since we were going to do 3 in a row, it's set, so we changed it to 7, 7:15, and 7:30, and the 7 o'clock is DMR, 7:15 with D-Star, and 7:30 with.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Very good. How are you copying everybody tonight, Mark?
I'm not hearing many except you.
What kind of antenna do you have?
Diamond X30.
Is it up a very high? It must be not be.
My second story attic.
Oh, that's right. It's the one in the attic. Yeah, attics. I've been there, done that. Attics can be problematic. They seem like a good alternative because they're out of the weather, but they don't get out all that well, and they don't hear all that well.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, very good. That's Mark in Murfreesboro. Kilo November 4, Hotel Delta Delta. Who else is? Where was I? West or south? I guess.
Comment 4AZ.
Hey, hold on. KR 4AZ.
Yeah, Paul. Michael. Kilo Oscar 4, Victor Sierra Echo in Hendersonville. Check in.
You said KO4SEO?
KO4VSE.
Couldn't have messed it up anymore, could I? Okay, Victor Sierra Echo. And that's, who'd say that was, Victor?
Michael.
Okay, no, kidding. Very good. No, I messed up the call. Unbelievable. Very good. Look, Michael, but for Tim, hold on 1 second. Michael, give it another try, please.
KO4VS. Hear me?
Oh yeah, I'm hearing you fine. I don't know why. I guess you might have doubled with somebody. That's why I didn't pick you up. How you doing?
I'm doing good. First time checking into this.
Ah, very good. I'm glad you're there. And you are, where are you tonight?
Seville by the marina.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you have a decent signal in here, good audio. What kind of antenna do you use up there in Hendersonville?
I'm the one that had the headphones from last week.
Ah, okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that headphone, but it's certainly not made for long distance communications.
Yeah, I think it was more of my radio, older Kenwood 773, yeah, or 733, and it was having some problems when I keep down. So I got me a cheap Anytone, and it seems to be doing much better.
Ah, very good. It's a Anytone handheld or a base station?
Mobile, I guess for a car, but I'm using that as a base station.
Oh, okay, I understand. It's, I think everybody does that to some degree, or at least at one point they do. I mean, I've got, well, I want to tell you, I got 3 mobile units sitting in my shack right now. A couple of 3 handhelds to boot. But anyway, oh, you sound good. I like it.
Thank you.
Anyway, that was Kilo Sierra Delta, correct?
Correct.
Okay, very good. And he's in Hendersonville. From Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
What's going on, Paul? Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on until people out there like you tell me.
Well, let's see. If I was doing any better, they just call me Paul. What do you think?
Well, then I could make you net control.
I don't know if I can handle the job like you do, Mr. Paul.
You know what they say, an ordinary man couldn't handle it.
Man, you're the man. Speaking of the man, I'll let you get back to all the rest of them lining up. Have a good one, my friend. Everybody else too. KR4AZ clear.
All right, that's Tim in Murfreesboro, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Who else is?
KM4MXE, Clinton Old Hickory.
Yankee Victor.
Ah, very good. Hold on one second. I think I heard Earl in there. I think that's who that was. My mind got distracted there. I hear excuse me. Kilo Mike for Mike X. That call is a mouthful, huh?
Every time, it really is. Thinking about applying for that vanity.
With the call, it's it's a good call. Don't get me wrong. It just is for you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually taking good notes on the net tonight. I'm trying out a antenna. I've upgraded to a 991 Alpha and a Diamond X50, but it's still in the attic. That Fawn guy earlier, Michael, I had him at S4, and I'm in Old Hickory, but he was getting S7 over to you. Been jolting earlier tonight at all. He did break my squelch though.
Huh. And let's see, you're in Old Hickory. Well, I think it's tough because your elevation isn't that great, is it?
Yeah, it's really not. I'm in a good spot, all things considered, but other than that,
I'm telling you, you got a killer audio and a killer signal in here tonight to me. I mean, it really is good.
yeah, I've got some power lines on my property with a big downslope off the back half. I'm trying to figure out where I can put the antenna to get it out of that. Slowly but surely, I'm working my way up. I'll pass back over.
Oh yeah, well that's the neat part about if you're interested in Simplex, you're always to make it better.
Absolutely, this net has done damage to my credit card.
I know I've heard that before. Don't blame me because I'm pretty sure I've outspent you. Okay.
Copy that. Back to you, Paul. Pass to the next guy.
Very good. That was Clint. Kilo Mike for Mike. Oh, yeah, that's a mouthful. To me, it is anyway. Mike X-ray. That's Clint, and he's in Old Hickory. Does that Earl? Is that who you at? Who else was in there that I said hold on?
Kilo
That's who I heard. Hey, Larry, you doing well? How many did you get on the D-Star net tonight?
We had 3 to check in tonight. We'll try to do better next week, I guess.
Well, again, I'm not too shy, but again, as time goes, it's always with time goes on, people getting used to the nets. Is at 7:15 on Saturday nights for those of you that have D-Star. And Larry's in a pretty good, even if you have a handheld. Are you using just a handheld? You are connecting it to your main antenna on the tower?
Oh yeah, I'm hooking the handheld to the big antenna, and I'm going through an amplifier, so I'm pretty good shape.
Wow, you're doing an amplifier on the D-Star. Which,
It's the Mirage BD35.
okay, so it does do both digital and analog. Is that correct?
Yeah, it'll do D-Star and C4 FM. It will not do DMR.
Okay, I got you. Now I'm just curious because I tried to do. I had an old 40-watt amp for. I could not make work on. Well, let's put it this way: it wouldn't handle Yaesu Fusion.
Okay, might want to try it again. It work really. So we'll let you get on with it. KU4 SYB.
All right, very good. Good. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and that's Larry. He is in Rockville. Who else is Sal?
KU4 TYJ, Jim in Woodbury.
Hello, Jim. Yeah, we just talked a few minutes ago, but good to hear you. Good to hear you again. You must have gotten pretty mountaintop today.
A little bit. I guess by the time I got home, it managed to reach 23 degrees by about 9 o'clock. So yeah, it was still chilly.
How cold did it get when you left for work this morning?
It was 21.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know what it was here. I didn't check, but they said it was going to go to 19, and I just agreed with them and didn't go outside.
After all this time, I look at it before I leave, but yeah, it's cold. It's winter time.
Yeah, I know, it shouldn't be a surprise. I still get a kick out of it now. You turn on the national news, or you pick, or on the web, it'll say, "Oh, the snowstorm," and okay, I'm not sure that's news because it happens every year.
Exactly. I was watching the Weather Channel. They had Jim Cantori, whatever his name is, in Syracuse, New York, of all places, waiting for a Christmas Eve a snowstorm or New Year's Eve snowstorm. Is like, really? That's where it's supposed to snow, and it usually does. Yeah. News. Anyways, sounding good there, Paul. Good net so far tonight. KE4 TYJ.
Good. That's Jim in Woodbury. It's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Yeah, it's funny about Syracuse. Not many people know Syracuse. It's in kind of the middle of New York State, halfway, well. And actually, everybody thinks that Buffalo is the center of snow. It's not. It's Syracuse. It's awful there, and some they get a lot more snow than most places in the Northeast. Anyway, who else is Sal?
410. Hey, Paul.
Your ears weren't burning earlier tonight, were they, Tom?
They were a little warm.
Oh, I was just bad mouthing your good signal.
I guess that's better than good mouth and my bad.
No, we were just joking. Jim and I were joking about it. He was saying what a good signal he had. I said, well, yeah, I guess so. He's in Alabama.
Yeah, I can hit. There's a D-Star repeater that I can hit if the conditions are right enough. I can almost hit it even when they're not right, but that's kind of fun. That's the only D-Star repeater in the area that I'm aware of, except for that one in Nashville, and I don't think it's operational. But Paul, I want to ask you a question. I'm embarrassed to have to ask this, but I've been looking all over YouTube for the live stream of the net tonight. How do I find it? I put in MJSS net 146 415 blah blah, and I've got every one that you have done in the past except the one that's going on now.
my call, K4PEW, in that search block, and it should come right up at the top for my channel, and then you just click on that and meter.
Well, you know what? That would explain a lot. I will do that. I don't know why I didn't think that'll do it. All right. Well, don't have much else here. I did get to check in on the D-Star Net tonight and Jim, and we had a little fun. And I wish we had more, but there'll be more later, as you explained. So maybe the next few nets will be more participation. Anyway, that's about it. Hello to everyone that can hear me, and there's a lot I can't hear. So it's interesting to sit back here and listen to can hear. All right, Paul, back to you, and thanks for what you're doing. Good evening. K4PEW, KM410.
Yeah, where'd you say that D-Star repeater was in Alabama?
Fort Payne. It's in northeast Alabama.
Yeah. I knew I've heard of the place. I just never been there. I'm not sure where that is. I'll have to look. Never been there either. Is it a decent location? Do you get a lot of traffic?
I don't know much about it. It seems to be a decent location because most of the time I can hear somewhat of it. You know, sometimes it just barely breaks. I think it's in northeast Alabama, down south of Chattanooga.
And that's just still, yeah, that's right. That is Alabama. I just never think of that part of being that close to Chattanooga, being in Alabama. Okay, very good. Yeah, I've never been over that way. I've been in Scottsboro, but never over in Fort Payne.
Yeah, south, maybe southeast of Scottsboro, I think, in that northeast quadrant there. So I got a buddy of mine that lives in Riverside, which is over east of Birmingham, and he and I worked together, talked together on that D-Star repeater. We were both headed, so gave us a good coverage from Nashville to Birmingham.
Cool. Well, very good. That was Tom, Kilo Mike Signal, Big Tower, and just talking about being able to hit the Fort Payne repeater, which is that's got it. Well, from him, it's not. It's southeast of Huntsville, about 30, 40 miles. Anyway, who else, Sal?
Righty.
Hey, Robin, we were talking about you earlier.
I'm sure it was all on a positive light.
Nothing else to talk about.
If you only knew.
Yeah, so how you trucking along these days? Oh no, Tom, somebody actually, who was that? Alan, no? Yeah, it was Alan, I think, was talking about you, and he said, he goes in, I was trying to get a hold of Robin Mobile. Robin, I know.
Yeah, a few years ago, I had an old 300 FD. I was driving back and forth to work at Vanderbilt. Diesel.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody told me you stunk going down the road.
I smelled like donuts.
Very good. I mean, how did that work out for you? I mean, in terms of money, it was. Where do you get that? Where did you get all the biodiesel?
At home, just out of a curiosity, and then I got connected with a group at Vanderbilt that wanted to make it on campus. Maintenance technician, if you will, for the facility, and then they changed their minds and tore that building down and kicked us out. So that ended that.
Yeah, so much for good.
Well, maybe because what they did was they tore down the coal-fired plant, cogen plant, and they doubled or tripled their gas turbine capacity.
Oh wow! So they're still on gas turbines over there?
Yeah.
Well, yes, no.
Well, maybe we should go back to coal.
It suits me. I guess it suits everybody with the availability. We've only got a couple hundred years worth of coal.
Yep, longer than you are on it.
Oh, that's.
Oh, good. Celebrating the fact that this week I didn't have to go in for an infusion. So now the long,
Well, are you hoping to be back at work soon?
probably the first part of March.
Well, that's not too far off. Well, about 8 weeks. Well, I bet you'll be happy to go back to work. Or maybe you won't be. You're getting used to being off.
From a retirement plan.
Yeah, that's right. It's always the money, isn't it?
Well, the money and the health insurance benefits.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anyway, good to have you in there, Robin. I'm glad you can make it up for the net. And that was Robin, Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. He's in Hermitage, just south of me. Who else is south or east?
Yes, where's that big?
Probably a double in there, but I got you in there. You beat him.
Again?
Well, he's getting slow in his old age, I guess.
Must be. Good evening to you. I don't know if anybody that can hear me knew a fellow named Phil McCleary in for LA this morning at 10 o'clock. He lived in Beaufort, Georgia. He had lived up here for a period of time, worked for Wilson County EMA, and he went on upstairs this morning at about 10 o'clock. Y'all would keep his family in prayer. Other than that, I'm fat, dumb, and happy. My wife, we just sitting here. Y'all carry on. Thank you for what you do. KI4SIB 73.
How long ago did he meet? Because I remember that LNE call.
He probably moved back down to Beaufort, 10, 12 years ago, maybe.
And his call was what now?
N4 LNE.
Yeah, well, maybe I do or I don't. I don't know. I have calls running around in my head, but yeah, sorry to hear that. How old was he?
He was actually younger than I was. He was 62, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get you. I just the guys, the call. Because I've been here 10 years as of like next week, and I swear I met him or talked to him here locally.
He may not have been down there that long. He's been gone from here several years though, and I know 7, 8 years, I guess. But he was my very first Elmer, and he helped me out.
Well, very good. Well, we all need all the help we can get, don't we, Rich?
Absolutely.
Anyway, Richard was saying that if you knew him, it was Phil, November 4, Lima, November Echo, passed away. And he used to living up in this neck of the woods, and now he's been living in Beaufort, Georgia for a while. He passed away. I guess it was this week or yesterday.
He passed away at 10 o'clock this morning.
Richard. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about his loss. It's always a loss. Yeah, 1956. He's 7 years younger than me.
Yeah, his birthday here was just a day or two ago, in fact.
Yeah, that's rough. Tough to go that. Oh man, that stinks. It stinks when somebody dies right at retirement.
Right?
Yeah, that's awful. I've had a couple of friends run into that problem too. Anyway, those of you inclined, do so, and if you're so inclined. I'm sure it's a very troubling day. Somebody that's young these days to die in the 60s is, as far as I'm concerned, really. Anyway, Richard, I'm checking in Stephanie too, correct?
Yes, sir. KI4SOR. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. That's Richard KI and his bride, Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo Stephanie. Who else is east?
KD4. Yes. With people in my uniform.
Had two in there. I had who did I have in there? I had Jim there, Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot, and I had KG. Hold on, I had to switch pens here. For SFN. I didn't get that right, didn't I, Tom?
You did. So good evening to you and everyone on the net. KD4 SFN.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold again tomorrow morning as well. I don't know, 20 maybe, 20 something. Is that what it is?
It's cold. It's too cold for me right now. And I'm not going out there with came before it.
Very good. We'll catch you later. Hope you're doing fine. That was Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November, and that's Tom, and he's in Martha, and I heard Jimmy in there. Here in my Jimmy.
I'm doing pretty good, Paul. Just sitting here trying to keep warm.
Do you ever wonder what? Well, I've situation when I used to go camping in the winter, but I don't do that anymore. But the can you imagine sitting in a very drafty log or this kind of a winter? It'd be horrible.
Yeah, I'm not a cold weather person anymore. It's killing my age here, but nowadays, but you got to be able to pay for it. As I just found out.
Oh yeah, well it's just it's one of those deals, you know. I mean, everybody has. I don't know if you ever said you guys may. I'm sure you've seen it. What reminds some older homes up in both in Canada and New York that had a chain through. There was a chain on a pulley. It went all the way from the basement up through the house, and usually adjacent to where the chimney came up, and it went up into the second floor bedrooms. And you pulled on the chain, and the draft damper for the coal, for the coal fire. So if you wanted it warmer, you could move it a little bit in one direction or the other to make it warmer. And if you didn't need it got too hot, you change it in the other direction so the fire would dampen down a little bit. Did you ever see one of those?
Oh yeah, I did. Just you know, I found I had a record high gas bill this month, $178.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know it's $200 isn't unusual on a cold month. I know that's for certain for my home. It isn't anyway. Anyway, anything good for the net, Jimmy?
Nothing else, Paul. Thanks for what you do.
All right, sounds good. That's Jimmy, Whiskey 4 Mike, Uniform Foxtrot, and he is in Northeast Mount Juliet. Who else? Anybody else?
Anytime.
Oh, man, you're slowing down. What's going on there, James?
I was reading a list here and I got thrown off. These guys are fast draw.
Well, you got to stay on your toes. You know, you got to make that trigger finger, you know, got to lube it up.
Well, I got my finger. Didn't push it quick enough.
Well, in a gunfight, you'd be dead.
Well, I don't want to go in a gunfight.
Of course not. Everything going well for you?
Yeah, except for the cold weather.
Yeah, it stinks because you can't do much outside. And it is pretty, you know, when they little bit of breeze and a light jacket, it's uncomfortable. I think.
I had to go outside a little bit from the house.
Oh, I don't know. In some ways, it's refreshing. I find it very refreshing to have cool weather because it's such a because I get summer when it's really hot.
I can do something about that more than I can do out the cold.
Put on flip-flop shorts and a tank top. Well, very good. At Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel Indy. Anybody else at north, east, or anywhere?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
I heard somebody Mobile, but I'll hold on one second. Then that I heard Greg in there. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah. Did a little bit of yard work today, and it was kind of nice being out in the sun, get some vitamin D.
Oh yeah, no, it's very nice. But it was just a little cool to be doing much outside, and unless you could wear gloves.
I didn't stay out long.
No, I don't know. The only time I would stay when I was living a few years ago up in New York State, there on the Canadian border, the only time a lot of time is when you're shoveling snow, and shoveling snow is work, so you didn't get cold shoveling snow.
For that when I was younger, and I always seemed to have the wrong gloves.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's still cold though. I tell you, it's you can, if you're not prepared, you can, you know, your face will get, I'll just say near frostbite.
And down here.
Oh yeah, very good. Anything good for the net, Greg? You're doing real well on the digital net.
If people hook up their HTs to some external antennas, I'll hear more people.
Oh yeah, no, that's kind of the key. That I have the ability with the 50 watts on, you know, on digital, on DMR, as well as on Fusion, and connected to the everybody can hear me, and some of them probably complain about it. But anyway, anything else from that, Greg?
No, I'll catch you on the next one.
Very good. That's Greg. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Anybody else? Oh, who is Mobile? Radio station in there? Was somebody else trying to check in? Do we have anybody else? K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplexton.
Surprised I can't get in. Maybe fine.
I think I heard. Hold on one second, Steve. I heard K2. I heard KB5. I'll get that call right in a second here. CVE, correct?
And howdy. I'm
Yeah, very good. That's Larry. You must be mobile, Larry. Rough on the copy, but that's it's KD5. Do I have that right? I've forgotten already.
KV5 here in the middle of nowhere.
All right, very good. Kilo Delta 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Larry, you doing?
Yeah, it's Kilo Bravo 5. Yeah, just head back home from party.
Okay, very good. Kilo Bravo 5. I'll get it right one of these days. Now that I've made a mess of my log here, what I keep track of. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie. Very good. Got you in there, Larry. That was Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor, and that's or Bravo Charlie Victor, I should say. Get that wrong again? No, it's Echo Charlie Victor. Correct?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm fine. Have a good night.
All right, sorry about that, Larry. Also had Steve in there. And by the way, that was Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor, Larry in Walter Hill area, Mobile. Steve, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. You know how that goes. Your signal's been up and real slow. Kind of noisy conditions ain't too good.
Well, you're pretty good at the moment. You're doing real fine.
During the whole net, so who knows what it is. I mean, you're not bad. You sound better than you did a while ago.
Okay, we're about S3 here, but it's and there's a bunch of hash in there, but I got full copy and it's all nice audio.
Okay. Yeah, I watched an excellent video from a real doctor for 25 years. She's explaining exactly all of these injections and the pill that they just came out with. She goes, that's a rebranded HIV drug. She goes, you wouldn't believe the side effects.
Yeah, I think I heard that story. It's just there's more questions than there are answers. You know that?
Well, look, I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to this interview because it just posted today from, Greg Hunter, USAWatchdog.com. I mean, these are real medical people that know what they're talking about. And like I said, people that continue to watch the television to get their information, you're already dead. So, all right, are you going to send this?
No, we'll be on 6 meters at 50.135, but we're going to go to the 2 meter upper sideband first.
What's fascinating how she explains what's in these injections. HIV and all kind of good stuff. Oh, what can you do? All right, well, I'll catch you later. Yeah, Paxlovid. Yeah, that's that pill when it's a rebrand HIV drug that causes massive health problems, but that's the whole point of everything. All right, I'll catch you later. AC9 AM.
Yeah, very good, Steve. In Scottsville, Kentucky, Alpha Charlie 9, India Mike. Good to hear from you, Steve. Who else is any place, anywhere? Okay, too good. Is anybody hearing that last station? Try that again, please. Say your call a couple of times because it's real rough. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to put on my headphones for just a second area, but nobody else will be able to hear you. So hold on one second. Okay, let's try that again, please. K4PEW. I had to. I stuck my headphones into the CW key spot. One more time on the call. Okay, so you're in. I take it you're in Lebanon. I caught the whiskey and I heard a papa in there, but I'm not sure about the rest of it. Papa Lima L. Is it whiskey and then what's the number? Is it whiskey 8? The number 8, 678. Oh, very good. Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. I don't think you've checked in with us before, have you? All right, very good. Hope to hear from you again. Send me a little email if you don't mind. I'm sure I heard that. It is Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. Okay, so I can look you. That's good. Well, I appreciate you checking in. Okay, for those that couldn't hear me, because I had my headphones on, at least you can't hear it on YouTube. That was Whiskey 8, Papa Lima. Hold on one second. Well, I think I did get it. Papa Lima Alpha, Whiskey Lima, Whiskey 8. Well, I must have got it wrong because there's no call sign, Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. So if you're still out there, anybody else checking in, please do so now before we go to 2 meter upper sideband. All right, we're going to go over to 144.240. 144 check-ins, 34. Whiskey, I'm sorry. We're going over to 144.240. 144.240. We'll see you there. K4P then. All righty, this is K4PEW with the 2 meter upper net on 144.240. Taking check-ins from the north, please come now. Anybody north, please come now. Over to the west.
KM4 YRF.
Very good. You got you in there solid there, Michael. KM4 YRF. Anybody else west?
And 4. See?
Hold on, we got MXE in there, K4 MXE, and it's KM4. And November 4 Delta Juliet Tango, that's Don and Bon Aqua. And then we had MXE. I think that's, I can't get my name straight tonight. Yeah, that's Clint. That's right. Got you in there, Clint. That was KM4. And Don and Bon Aqua, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor.
Good. We got Greg here in Antioch. Excellent signal. Who else is? That's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor.
Yeah, you sound great. There's no noise on that one, is there, Jack?
No, sounds.
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson. Who else is west?
KO4 HSD.
We got Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Sierra Delta, and that's David in in Bellevue. This is west. South.
Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu.
Yeah, very good. You sound great, Tim. That's Tim, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Who else is south? Anybody else south or east? Anybody southeast or anywhere? Ships at sea and dirigibles. Hang gliders and self-propelled hang gliders. That's what it is. All right, we got nothing. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 check-ins tonight on the upper sideband, and that was on one last chance. Please come now, any place, anywhere. All righty, if you'll bear with me, I need to run out and do a quick change on an antenna connection to go to 6 meters. It'll take me a matter of about 35 seconds. So K4 PEW, I'll be right back going to 6 meters on 50.5. And if I don't come back within the hour, start without me. No, I'll be back in just a second. K4 PEW. All right, it's K4 PEW on the 6 meter portion of the Simplex Net 50.135. Anybody from the north, please come now. All right, anybody from north or west?
KM4YRF, Mikey Belshire.
All right, got Michael in there in Belshire. That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is west?
KG4 ILV, Jack Donaldson.
All righty, KG4 ILV. That's Jack and Donaldson. Good signal, Jack. Who else is west?
Charlie, Victor Echo, Greg Antioch.
All righty, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. That's Greg and Antioch.
And 4 DJT.
Ah, you sound good. How much power are you running over there, Don?
1.1.
Oh man, it's nothing. What's that work? That's a kilowatt. And that's still a lot of power. It's a lot of power on 6. Were you able to do any 6 meter work on the HF this week?
Yeah, a little bit, small stateside stuff, and I'm trying to get my work on 6 meters. I need Alaska and Hawaii, and they have not been out there, so the hunt continues.
Oh yeah, it'll surprise you. Anyway, that's November 4 Delta Juliet Tango running a little over a kilowatt. Who else is west? West or south? West or south or east? West, south, east, or anywhere? Nursing homes, hospitals, and ships at sea. Got nothing. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's slim pickings tonight, but we'll take what we can get. Appreciate everybody who's out there, and look forward to let's see, on 10 meters at 7:30 p.m. and 28.415. So we'll catch you there. Great night, everybody.
Good job, Paul, and conditions were good tonight on 6 meters.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
All righty. We'll catch you then.